Look what I got from Joann Fabric. It fits my table perfectly. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good picture of it. But anyway, it is labeled, it is a cutting mat, and it fits my entire table. Now, it was on sale. Well, it wasn't on sale. I got a 40% off coupon. So it was $79 regular price, but I only paid $49. So a $30 savings. Now, the thing to keep in mind about this particular cutting mat, and what brand is it? Sullivan's cutting mat. The thing to keep in mind about this particular cutting mat is that even though it's labeled a cutting mat, it is it's not a self repair, so you don't want to use the rotary cutter blades on it. So it's fine for scissors, but you don't want to use a rotary blade on it because otherwise, it'll cut into it, mark it up, and it is not a self repair cutting mat. So, but it's going to be great for measuring, marking, and any scissor cutting. I do have a smaller self repair one that I've used over the years for quilting. So, whenever I need to, uh, whenever I need to, or feel like I want to use my rotary cutter, I can just get that out. But this is going to be great for dressmaking. And I ordered from Amazon a projector. So I don't know anything about that. I've got to learn how to do projecting. So this is going to help with that, with the grids and making sure that the grids are good. What I saw on the are the grids, for the projector being the same, the 1 inch square being the same, calibrating that. What I saw, sorry, what I saw on the internet was reviews for this. Was a lot of people complained that when they tried to use this for a projector, the image would be distorted because these are rolled up. They're so big, there's no other way you could possibly transport it or keep it in the store without rolling it up. So these would be rolled up, and then people bring them home, and apparently they people are having a problem with them flattening it out all the way, and so it distorts the projected image. Because as you see here, I just unrolled it and put it on the table, and I don't know if you can see, but there's some air pockets, so that would be where there would be some distortion. But something that a lot of people don't know is that if you kind of bend, and this works for carpet that you get rolled up too, kind of roll it backwards in the opposite direction. See, this was rolled this way, and when you unroll it, if it doesn't want to lay flat, if you roll it the opposite way, and it's hard to do with just one hand, but sometimes if you just roll it in the opposite way, then it'll, see, and just that quickly, this was the same place, see? And now there's not the air bubble there, it's laying flat. But now on this one, there. So for anyone who has a hard time with this because it's not laying flat, just for, just a few seconds, work on different sections of it and roll it the opposite direction from how it was originally rolled, and it should work just fine for you. Yeah, that's laying nice and flat there, but now we've got this to this here. I'll have to use both hands instead of holding a camera to do it, but and work on the whole thing. But let's see if I can just get this. Okay. See, there's no air pocket there. So it already flattened it out. The other thing you want to do when you work on, use these that take up, the whole table, you got to be careful about, you don't want them extending past the edge of the table like this, because then it'll hang down and pull, and see, the weight of it would cause air bubble, and it would cause your projection to, from the projector, to distort. So when you get one of these cutting mats, and it doesn't matter what brand you get, but when you get a cutting mat, uh, you really want to focus on making sure that you get a mat that is not bigger than your table. You don't want it hanging over your table. And with this, you'll see it's just right up to the edge. So it's not hanging over. It fits perfectly. So there is no wrong cutting mat out there. So but there is the wrong size. So make sure you can go smaller, but don't go bigger than your cutting table. And then the only other thing to consider is, if you're going to be using a rotary cutter all the time, then you need to make sure you get a self-healing one. And otherwise, if you use scissors and then you just have another self-healing one for the occasional rotary cutting, this is going to work fine. A self-healing cutting mat for rotary cutting this big, I don't even know if they sell them that big. And if they do, the price would be way more than I would be able to afford, because, the full price, $79. You just wouldn't be able to get one that size for $79 self-healing. But then I only paid $49 because I had that coupon. That was JOANN Fabrics, by the way. And I noticed yesterday that they actually put this on sale. You don't need a coupon. It's actually on sale right now for Black Friday. So just in case anyone wants to know that, because that's quite a significant savings. All right, I'll leave you to that. Thank you for enjoying my sojourney with me.